following program may contain mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
From the
Good.
Go ahead, champ. Go ahead. You go ahead. You were already in it. You're already in it, man.
Sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell I'm excited. Welcome to CCL Adrenaline. I'm Brian Henniger, along with the one and only champ.
What's going on? Everybody in the CCL is fighting to the very end, and you love to see it. I can't wait for tonight. D-Wall, what's good with you, my brother?
Yeah, we're back, man. We're back. Y'all missed us, but we still got a little ways to go. We still got that last lap coming up, guys. So stick with us just a little bit longer. We're getting close. But tonight in our main event is a big main event. Tonight, Juliet Starling will face the CCL Women's Champion Carmen Cortez in a non-title match that is coming up tonight. But we are kicking off the night with the National Championship on the line.
This is a huge night. It almost feels like a mega event, the way this card is shaping up.
You ain't lying, buddy. This is going to be one hell of an evening, and I am so happy to finally be back for it.
And we are kicking it off, like I said, with a national championship match. This man right here, the Miracle Al Cabrera, won a #1 contenders match to get this opportunity here tonight, and he has had a vendetta against Lewis Rivers in the First Class Enterprise. If you remember, he was the CCL Men's Breakthrough Champion and was well, in many people's opinion, he was screwed out of that championship by Lewis Rivers and a couple of vertical chop blocks. And because of that, he can no longer challenge for the Men's Breakthrough Championship as the rules of the Men's Breakthrough and Women's Breakthrough states. However, just because he can't go after Lewis Rivers in his championship doesn't mean he can't go after someone else in the First Class Enterprise, and that's what's happening tonight as he's taking on AJ Drake for the title.
Exactly. He earned this opportunity in that match, in that #1 contenders matchup, and this is his chance to stick it to the First Class Enterprise, those bunch of jackasses.
And also, if you think about this, Lewis Rivers at Call Stars beat John Blackos to become the new Call Stars World Champion. And considering Blackos is also the CCL World Champion, that could have a huge implications in regards to that title. But right now, it's about this man right here, AJ Drake, who defeated Takuma and TGO, who we will see later on tonight, by the way, to become the national champion. And this is his first defense of the title.
You know, there's an old saying in combat sports, and a lot of guys in the UFC say this phrase as well. You're not really a champion until you defend your championship.
And in many
so
people's...
AJ...
Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
And AJ, AJ Drake won that title not too long ago, but this is the first test. The first title defense, you got to stay out of your own head. Think of how many guys who have won that belt and then lost their opening defense. It is a pretty long list.
They always say it's hard to win a championship. It's even harder to keep it. And this young man's about to find that out firsthand in his title defense.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to stay at the top of the mountain, especially when you just got there. And AJ Drake is going to have to find that out. I mean, AJ Drake is not a rookie. He's been in this game for a long time now. He's won championships. He's had success. This is his first time at the top in CCL, though. And he wants nothing more than to go into the last lap in a few months' time as the national champion. But Al Cabrera's on a mission to take down the first-class Enterprise no matter where he goes to do so. And tonight could be that opportunity to get the job done. But if he's too focused on revenge and not focused on winning this championship, AJ Drake's going to take advantage of that.
Well, AJ Drake has got to, he can't think about the future. He can't think about the last lap. Tonight he has to have one singular thought in mind, and that is keeping that belt around his waist.
Yep, I agree. It's like I said about Al Cabrera. If he stays too focused on revenge, he's going to end up losing this match. But if AJ Drake is looking past Al Cabrera, maybe thinking he's not too much of a threat, thinking this is going to be an easy walk in the park, then Al Cabrera might surprise him, get a quick roll-up maybe, a small package maybe, and it only takes 3 seconds, and we got a new national champion.
Absolutely, and
yep.
Bell sounds, we are underway.
I like how they're just circling each other, sizing each other up, trying to figure out what they're going to do to start this thing off.
Yeah, because you think about it, AJ Drake and Al Cabrera, these two men have been all around the virtual wrestling world. They know they may not have been in the ring. I don't recall if this is their first meeting or not, but in regards to it, regardless of that, they know each other backwards and forwards. They've seen each other's matches, so they're not going to be surprised by a lot in this match.
Exactly. And one of the things about being a champion in professional wrestling, one of the things about being a champion is you have to be able to think. Some would say you have to be able to think at least 2 or 3 moves ahead of your opponent. And that's what AJ Drake is going to have to do. He's been watching he's watching previous match footage of Al Cabrera throughout the week. He's been wanting to get as much information on Al Cabrera as possible.
Absolutely. Like when you're a champion, you definitely have to become a student of the game in order to understand your potential challengers and understand their strengths and their weaknesses, and to be able to capitalize on all of those in order to be successful and to successfully defend your championship.
Precisely. And one thing you got to keep in mind, you mentioned it earlier, we just kind of focus on it. Al Cabrera is coming into this match, almost at a disadvantage, because not only does he want to become champion, which is a true statement, he wants to get revenge on AJ Drake. He wants to make him hurt. That can cost you in a situation like this because, if you hate somebody, if you have that much animosity towards somebody else, you are willing to do things and you're willing to basically put your own body on the line, and winning the belt becomes secondary. And a champion can use that against you.
Yeah, and Al Cabrera, as you see right here, already a little bit on the offense right now. Now, went for a DDT, but Al gets caught with a Russian leg sweep. Very nicely done by Drake as he goes into the quick cover. One, no.
By the way, even members of douchey factions in CCL can do a Russian leg sweep. Hashtag fact.
Hashtag fact.
And for more hashtag facts like that, you can follow us on Twitter.
And we wish you would.
Twitter.com/CAW Champions LG. Go ahead, Brian.
I've always wondered what exactly is so Russian about a Russian leg sweep, but maybe I'm overthinking things a bit too much.
Now Al tripped up by Drake and then just drops him with a forearm. sliding forearm, and now again off the ropes, big leg drop. Off the ropes again, following up with another leg drop.
Those short leg drops reminiscent of the great Dynamite Kid, Tom Billington. 2 count and only a 2 count.
And also tonight, I mentioned on the last episode that at the last lap, one of the matches that is official for that show is a rivalry renewed, a very famous rivalry in CCL. Sherman Samson and the great one TGO, they're going to go one-on-one at the last lap, and they're both in singles action tonight. So they're both going to be getting opponents here tonight.
And you know they're going to be watching each other's matches like hawks. They're going to be scouting each other.
Yeah, of course they are. Because you know, one, two, no. Both of those men, and Champ will know this better than anybody else, are students of the game in every sense of the word. They know this game like the back of their hand. So they're going to be watching each other's matches very, very closely, no matter who their opponents are.
Absolutely. That's how you have to be when you want to survive in this profession known as professional wrestling. But do you know why I can't wait for the last lap? Wait a minute.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
He caught him right on the rebound with that uppercut, and Al did not see it coming.
And the worst part was Al Cabrera was heading forward, and he went right into that forearm, so he had double the momentum of that forearm going into his head. He may have a concussion already.
He couldn't stop himself either. He was going full speed. So, you may hate AJ Drake's antics, You may hate the man's attitude and the way he goes about his business and who he hangs out with, but you cannot deny that this man has in-ring ability and in-ring IQ because, oh, God, slamming him on the barricade.
And also, you got to think about with that suicide diving step and running that forearm, he can also have really bad whiplash or some kind of injury to his neck, which will really hamper him in this matchup.
Exactly. It's now sending him back inside the ring. And now going back out the arm. But, Champ, you were talking about how you were excited for the last lap.
Absolutely. Here's why I'm excited about the last lap. Because I get to get my hands on a piece of trash that used to be so fucking awesome, but now he's so fucking trash. And I can't wait.
Yeah, that's also official at the last lap. I believe it's Coin Webb and Champ.
Yeah, it's Coin. That idiot.
That's happening at the last lap. Oh, God. Well.
Someone's going to be singing in soprano for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe 20 if he's lucky, but yeah, that's happening at the last lap as well. Also, into the steps. There are more matches announced for the last lap coming up.
I'm still waiting for Coin Webb to address me. He hasn't addressed me yet. I'm kind of offended by that.
He's been kind of quiet for the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on there. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't have anything to do with any of that. But
I'm kind of offended by that. Like, you would think he would get he's getting a match at the last event of CCL, and it's against someone like me who's coming out of retirement for it. You would think he would say something, but he's not. I'm kind of offended. I might have to say something and wake his ass up.
I mean, I more power to you, bud.
Well, Haas, I'll just say this, Champ. Haas, I'll back you as long as you want to fight.
Absolutely, Brian.
That's what friends do.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we're having a hell of an opener here for the National Championship, which is one of the workhorse belts in this promotion.
Exactly.
And it very much is. A number of greats have held the National Championship in this company.
You're right. Now AJ.
He got a forearm.
Forearm to the head. That'll slow things down. If I could ask real quickly, so I can be absolutely sure, where exactly is the last lap being held?
From what I'm able to say, from my meetings with CCL management and Meredith and Dallas and all them, we're all coordinated together. It's going to be, from what I understand, in multiple locations.
Well, I can tell you this.
So we're trying to find spots that have been integral to the history of CCL for this last event.
So they're using the WrestleMania strategy from back in the 80s. Let's hope it works out.
No, it will. It will. If I have anything to say about it, it will. But go ahead, Brian, with the question.
Well, I can tell you this. I know this from some of my folks on the inside. I know that SeatGeek has already been seeing ticket prices in the high 3 and low 4 figures for reselling. Every wrestling fan I know of wants to get tickets to see this event. It is going to be an absolute rocket buster, to borrow a phrase.
Double arm DDT by AJ Drake here. 1, 2, no.
That was nice technique there by Drake. He looked like he was going to roll him up. He rolled through the Cabrera, and he just grabbed him and dropped him with that double arm DDT.
Yeah,
that DDT. He did that Jake Roberts style, and
send him all the way to the floor there. But and it looks like Al's not done. Looking to fly, and he goes outside.
My goodness.
Al Cabrera dropping all his weight onto AJ Drake. AJ Drake did not protect himself at all times there.
The nice tornado off the step up off the bottom rope, the bottom strand into that tornado was absolutely amazing by Cabrera. But again, it looks like Cabrera's emotions starting to get the better of him. He's better be careful this count.
Yeah, exactly. Big knee to the side of the head of Drake. And I'm not talking about the rapper either.
No.
People might get confused.
Exactly. Well, it's easy to get confused. You know, one of them is a highly talented individual who is, one of the most skilled performers in his craft, and the other one's a wrestler.
See, this is why Brian's here, folks. That's why we're paying the big bucks. That's why we're paying the big bucks, folks. And a hanging neck breaker.
You won't get analysis like that on WWE Raw.
AJ Drake just got roasted. Get shit on.
Speaking of roasted, hangover.
Harlem hangover from Al Cabrera.
And this could be the national championship. We got a 2 count and no.
That should have been 3. Holy crap.
It was almost 3. He got his shoulders up at the very last minute, the very last second, rather.
Well, if you notice, it took Al Cabrera a bit longer to get to the top rope than he ordinarily would have. I think if he gotten up there a bit quicker, I
mean, that's probably all the damage that AJ Drake has done to him, but he's still trying to fight on. I have to give him credit for that. And I know there will be more matches announced for the last lap. I can tell you, as of, I'd say tonight, really. The world title match. The world title match is 99% official at this point that it will be John Blackos defending the CCL world title against the franchise Aaron Alexander.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I want to get that right off the bat.
You know how Gorilla Monsoon would call a match a main event anywhere in the country? That'd be a main event anywhere on planet Earth.
Speaking of planet Earth, I don't think AJ Drake's going to want to be on it after this. Oh, no!
Oh, my gosh!
What a move. What a way to counter that by Drake. Holy crap.
He dodged out of the way of that, and Al hit nothing but the concrete floor. And
AJ Drake dodged a bullet.
And yes, folks, that is concrete out there. We don't have mats in CCL. Never have, never will.
Absolutely. Now, that tape you noticed, by the way, is just holding down electrical cables for the power grid. That is solid cement on the outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm. And now, I don't know how Al Cabrera is even getting back up after smacking that concrete, but AJ Drake is still somewhat in control. Wait a minute. Oh, no. It's not toe hold. Al now. Big super kick. And Champ. Champ. I think I see something on the face of AJ Drake here. It's a big elbow drop by Al Cabrera. Hooking the leg. 2 and 3. No.
We got a bleeder.
Oh, come on, Champ.
I did it, but you were counting.
I didn't hear you. I think Al Cabrera, when he hit the mat, he messed with some of these electrical cables and knocked out your commentary for a minute. See, there we go.
That's how you do it right there, son.
Hopefully it picked up on you, for the folks at home.
And now Al Cabrera may
sure
have an equalizer.
I'm pretty sure I'll hear it if they doesn't. But, that's nature of the beast. Big elbow off the top. Clothesline, if you will. As he's going back up now. And Al going for that elbow again. And this time Al gets nothing but the mat. And a code breaker. Again, AJ Drake is one step ahead of Al Cabrera, it seems, at this juncture. Went for the elbow. Al slightly turned to the left, and he gets DDT'd. Talking about Drake. Cover off the DDT, and only a 2.
Man.
This has been an excellent national championship match.
And what a way to open up this week's episode of Adrenaline, huh?
Oh, exactly. Wait a minute. Torture rack. Got him spinning him around and then slamming him down, but Al's hand was underneath the bottom rope there, and AJ Drake arguing with AJ Monahan.
And he can't afford to do that if he wants to keep his championship.
He can't afford to hit him because then he'll get fined. That was
fined and possibly disqualified as well.
Yeah, that was a VW board director's decision. Wait a minute. He's got it rolled up now. This is what I was talking about earlier. No.
Beautiful cradle from Al Cabrera. I'm very impressed.
But that's what I was talking about earlier about AJ Drake possibly, getting distracted, getting his head out of the game. And Al, all it takes is 3 seconds, a quick roll up, and he's the new national champion. Now slingshot into the middle rope.
And you see how far he launched him. He launched him clear across the ring.
And it takes a lot of strength for that. Now Al following up with a swinging neck breaker.
Unbelievable.
He hooks the leg. 2, no.
In the words of Chris Kamara, unbelievable, Jeff.
And Al trying to take some time to recover. He's been through the ringer in this match, but so's AJ Drake. But who's going to capitalize and who's going to walk out as national champion? That's the question. Oh, for something in the corner, Drake moved out of the way, and now Drake, he's got him up. Sidewalk slam. Blakers hooked, and again, Al Cabrera gets that shoulder up.
And now he's lying in wait for him.
He can't waste too much time, though. He's got to get on the move right now. Oh, nope.
Oh, that's the reason why.
Yep. It's now Al with a straight right hand, and that elbow cut him up even more. No, no.
Oh, no.
He's going for the most overused move in virtual wrestling today, the superplex to the floor.
Oh, my goodness. And Drake is just pissing blood out of that top end.
That is a horrible head wound with AJ Drake. He is losing a lot of blood. And the thing is, if that blood gets into his eyes, it'll make it very hard for him to see, and that could blind him. That could further hurt this match for him.
Oh, he's going for that. He's going for that neck breaker again, but Al Cabrera gets countered, but not this time. Al now, shoulder block. Off the ropes again, another shoulder block. Al in command here. Drake tried to throw him out of the ring, but Al stopped himself. He's on the top rope and a double axe handle.
He crowned him. I will rule you. As soon as he shows up, he gets spine bustered. And Cabrera is in control.
Did that one 4 Horsemen style.
But can Al capitalize? Oh, kicks to the gut. AJ Drake, big Pele. And now Drake going up top. Big frog splash.
And you notice it hurt his ribs too.
Cover 2. Oh.
Barely got his shoulder up. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, that was 2 9/10 right there, bud. And I think Al knows it. I think Al knows that he was half a millisecond away from losing his opportunity at the national championship. He's going for something here. Jesus Christ. Dropped him right on his head, but he didn't see the ropes. And Al now having an argument with the ref. Both of these men have had, I should say, a bad time with the ropes in this match.
Exactly.
Or ring, all it is. You got to know where you are in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why the CCL has that red border on the ring apron to kind of warn him a little bit.
Uh-oh. Big forearm by Al. Onto Al by AJ.
I know.
So with the forearms. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Exactly. And shows you how foolhardy he was to do a suicide dive with the cut to his head the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think all that blood coming out is probably getting his eyes. He's sweating as well, so it's burning like hell. Exactly. Almost get to his nose. Oh my.
Well, and now Al again on the pursuit of AJ Drake. Now, oh, Drake saw it coming and he hit nothing but the floor.
Break your back, something like that.
Especially on the concrete floor.
He had his back too. We couldn't see him moving. He just went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no give on that concrete.
And now Al once again able to cut AJ Drake off. And now what's he going for here?
Oh, it could be a Frankensteiner.
Frankensteiner, he got it. He got all the Frankensteiner, and now Al may be looking to put the finishing touches on this. No! Drake with an arm drag and a forearm. And a kick to the gut and a back fist sending him into the corner. And now AJ Drake on the attack once again.
That deep arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Again, it's like I said earlier, you may not like AJ Drake and his antics and who he hangs out with and his attitude and how he treats certain people, but you got to respect this man's athletic ability. You got to respect the kind of competitor he is in the ring.
Well, that old expression, game respects game.
And I don't know if Al is respecting AJ right now, what a lariat.
He hit him with that superplex and it jarred him like no other.
Oh my God.
He got nothing but knees. He got nothing but knees and then a spear by AJ Drake.
That's gotta hurt.
That's gotta be it. 2, no.
And
Al Cabrera is absolutely driven by sticking it to AJ Drake and his crony by winning the championship. Hell.
Pure spite is what is fueling Al Cabrera right now.
Yeah, but spite isn't going to win him the national title.
Oh, and now full arm drag and twist into an elbow there.
And now Al's got him on the ropes, and again, what's he looking for here? Oh, is he going for the slingshot again? Yes, he is. Into the middle rope.
Low Buddhism against that bottom ring rope.
And the thing about it is, Al's not bleeding. It's AJ Drake that's been bleeding this entire time. And that's going to
drop.
Oh, look at these repeated shots by Al Cabrera and a big knee.
A Kinshasa knee.
1, 2, and no, AJ again.
And those
these guys have been.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
My bad. I was gonna say these guys have been going at it for about 25 minutes, about over 25 minutes. Seems like neither one is giving the other.
And you notice those chops there from Al Cabrera kind of puts him on a Tomohiro Ishii, the way he does those massive rapid chops.
And those back fists as well is going to cause a lot of damage to Al. But wait, Al float over DDT.
And he stood him on his head as well.
And that's not going to help that head damage that he's already taken in this match. But AJ Drake just will not go away. He does not want to lose the national championship in his first defense. He does not want to let Lewis Rivers down.
Little known fact about Tomohiro Ishii, that bracelet he wears on his right arm, he purposely has that tied so tight that he numbs his hand. That way he can hit somebody as hard as he can and doesn't feel it. Little known fact.
There's a reason why they call him the Stone Pit Bull.
Absolutely.
And now, wait a minute. AJ Drake off the ropes into a 450.
That was a beautiful springboard 450, but he wasn't able to capitalize. It kind of jarred his rib midsection.
Well, that and the fact that he's been bleeding, he's already gone through a lot in this match. He can't capitalize immediately like he would want to, or like he would have if he hasn't been so damaged in this match.
That hammer throw as well, jarring the reserves of good old Al Cabrera there.
Oop. Leapfrog ducks under the spear tackle.
Went for the DDT, but front Russian leg sweep, or arm breaker rather. It was more of an arm breaker than a forward Russian leg sweep, because that would have been the stroke, and I don't think Al has that.
Right.
Go find out.
And now, Al, wait a minute, shoulder tackle. And Al, can he finish the job here? No. Jawbreaker by AJ Drake, went for a flying clothesline, and Al got out of the way of it. Big drop kick to the back of the head.
Now
Al going for that shooting star press again, but AJ Drake has that scouted. And
yeah,
there's
and
the spear. Go ahead, Brian.
And you notice the thing about Al Cabrera is that shooting star from the second row.
Yep.
That takes an amazing amount of athleticism.
Exactly. Oh, he caught the foot.
Bret Hart rope.
Yeah,
Bret Hart rope.
the most dangerous rope. And now, Al, DDT.
More head trauma.
2. And
What is it gonna take?
I honestly don't know.
A baseball bat or a howitzer tank.
I think even Al is starting to wonder. Look at Al going for another cover. 2. No. I think Al's starting to get a little frustrated here. And I mean, if I was Al, I'd be frustrated too. I mean, you've hit him with nearly everything that you've got, and still you can't put him away. You still can't win the national title. I don't know what it's going to take.
I don't know if,
flying forearm, but he gets nothing but the mat.
to be honest with you, these men are giving everything there is to give. Not just what they can, it's what a human being can give.
And Al again hits the concrete.
It was a miracle to God that Al Cabrera has not been cut open yet.
Wait a minute. Oh, drops him on the floor with a Death Valley drive, modified Death Valley driver.
That was unbelievable.
And
It's got to be over now.
He's got to finish it now. It's now. Oh, he looks like he's going to. It looks like he's going to set him up for the end here. AJ Drake look for the elbow, but Al gets out of the way. Now, Al, what's this? Al locked down, German suplex.
And holds him with a full bridge. 2.
No.
My God, guys, my goodness.
I think AJ Drake is showing everybody exactly what he's made of here tonight. If you didn't know who AJ Drake was before from ECF and his stints in DCA as well, you know him, you damn sure know him tonight. Again, you may not like the way he does business, but damn it, if he's not proven that he's one of the most elite talents in this business right now with a performance like this. And so is Al Cabrera. There's another spear.
Al Cabrera already impressed me like a tenders match, but he is seriously impressive now.
Oh, he went for something there, but gets caught. Exploder suplex.
That was a beautiful capture floater there. He had to capture him and pop the hips in order to get them up and over.
And now he's waiting for AJ to get up. He knows that he can't rush into this. He's got to take his time and pace himself here. Al going for belly to belly. Oh, a headbutt by AJ Drake. Went for the rolling lariat. Off the ropes goes Al. Big drop kick by AJ Drake. Elbow, no. No. And now a Pele by AJ.
AJ's chance to try to finish this.
I went for an enziguri. Al went for one of his own. He gets blocked. Rolling lariat, no. AJ gets countered. Al into the corner. Into a... Oh, wait, what's he doing here? Oh, he's got him up on the middle rope. And a big drop kick. Al Cabrera. Wait, Al going for a shooting star press, and he gets nothing. Again, the shooting star press is countered. And there's the rolling lariat.
Brian is almost peaceful right now. Holy
I don't know what to say. This is insane.
And this is just the first match, folks.
I know. Tonight's going to be utterly crazy.
We still got Sherman Samson in action tonight. We got TGO in action tonight. And we still got, for those that are just tuning in, first off, I don't know why the hell you're tuning in now. Second off, the main event tonight, Juliet Starling and Carmen Cortez, I believe for the first time ever at least in CCL, maybe ever, in our main event tonight. Non-title, but still a big match. And that's going down tonight. And AJ Drake and Al Cabrera are saying now, top this.
It's like, here, do this.
This has gone almost like over 30 minutes, guys. Holy crap.
But that's what the national championship means to these two men. They'll fight for 60 minutes if they have to. If it means going into the last lap as the national champion for whatever reasons they feel is strongest about on why they should be national champion. Another arm drag by AJ Drake. Back fist. Running off the ropes. Al. Big elbow. Good God.
That was a hell of an elbow. And I was going to say, that arm drag, they call that a Japanese drag yet. I watch a lot of Japanese wrestling. They don't arm drag.
Wait a minute, right to the eyes by AJ.
Come on.
No, Al. Al saw it coming. He knew there was going to be some dirty tactics eventually.
Al left up.
Two.
No.
But he turned it into a Boston Crab.
Oh, and a beautiful Boston Crab. He's getting a great angle on it as well.
And he's away from the ropes too. He's got the DCA special locked in. I don't see that much these days, thank God.
Version of Boston Crab is very, very debilitating.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Look at how you can get out of it, though.
Yeah, but you see the damage is being done, and AJ Drake realizes it, and he rolls outside to avoid getting pinned. But can Al take advantage? Now, Al, wait a minute. Oh, he got caught. No, he gets caught again into a sunset flip. The Masters of the Universe playing in AJ Drake's defense here too. No. He's playing in Al Cabrera's favor, those Masters of the Universe, I tell you what. And now Al. Moonsault doesn't connect. AJ Drake going for the clothesline, doesn't connect. Al running in. Oh, big knee to the midsection. Drop kick doesn't connect. Al, no. Arm drag. Enziguri doesn't connect. Super kick.
That connected.
Yes, it did. Can Al put this away? I don't know who the hell's going to win this. I honestly don't.
Neither do I.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Is he going for that knee again? No, he dodged the knee.
He dodged the Kinshasa. Uh-oh.
And now Drake drops him on his head.
Rain the Buster.
2. No.
There's no fucking
How
shot.
the hell?
Got the still going on.
Oh my
these-
God. And even AJ Drake is surprised, astounded right now. They said, AJ, that was 3. He said
He
that's
was
a
getting
3.
right in AJ Monahan's face. Yeah, I've never seen him this mad at AJ Monahan.
I mean, you go on 30 minutes. I mean, wait, Al, drop kick.
Oh, beautiful high angle drop kick by Al Cabrera.
And now Al saying this is it. Al now. No. Enziguri, no. AJ, no. Another Enziguri counter. Rolling lariat by AJ Drake.
Just move and counter move.
Exactly. Wait a minute. No. Al off the ropes. Going for southern drop kick. No. AJ Drake running in. Sending him into the corner. No. Elbow by Al. Al went for a kick. Doesn't connect. Drake now. Kick to the spine.
Oh, right to the small of the back.
And now, missed the kick. Knee to that open wound. Needed the midsection by AJ. Now AJ Drake went on roll up, but Al's hands underneath the ropes. Went for a boot. Al spins out of the way. And now he's got AJ in the corner. One of these men have got to hit something that the other man won't expect to win this match at this point.
Absolutely. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be going for that Frankensteiner again.
Oh, if he hits it, it might be it. With the head trauma that AJ Drake has already taken in this match. No!
No! Denied.
And oh my God!
Puts the knees right in the midsection.
That was petty. That was so fucking petty.
That was, oh, wait a minute. Oh, you knew this was coming.
Oh, you knew he'd do it. You knew he'd remove that turnbuckle pad.
At some point, you knew that AJ Drake was going to hit something, was going to use some kind of dirty tactic. Oh, but it's in his back.
Oh, his back gave out.
Yeah.
He buckled under the weight.
Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. Al catches him, and an exploder into the corner.
Into that exposed corner, no less.
Yeah, and I don't even think Al realizes it. I don't even think Al realizes that corner is exposed at this point. Big knee to the corner. He's just going on. He's going on adrenaline at this point. No pun intended.
Yeah, his sternum hit that exposed corner.
No, he stopped himself. He stopped himself.
Looked like it hit it. Holy crap!
Yeah, I think he got his hands up in the nick of time.
And now Al running in. Oh, now he hit it. Now he definitely hit it.
That hurt like the devil.
He definitely hit it that time. His lower back, his spine hit it.
No, his ass hit it.
Well, yeah, his tailbone hit it. And now, now his back hit it. Now his back hit it. And now AJ Drake taking advantage. That knee drop brain buster. And now, oh no, he's going for that punt kick. And he hit it. Yeah, oh my God.
Bean got a bleeder.
2, and that is it.
That's all she wrote.
Wow.
AJ Drake had to resort to that to beat Al Cabrera. That's how much Al Cabrera took out of AJ Drake. He knew he was in a fight tonight for that national title.
Precisely. AJ Drake, to take nothing away from him, Al Cabrera gave him everything he could have wanted and so much more.
And again, folks, this is just the opening match.
Absolutely.
If this is the opening match, I shudder to think what the other matches are going to be like here tonight on this card.
Absolutely crazy, especially on main event.
Oh yeah. If you know the history of Juliet and Carmen and their matches that they watch this here though. AJ Drake exposed the turnbuckle. And then he uses that to his advantage. He gets a run up, spins around to get more momentum in it, slams him into that exposed turnbuckle, and then hits this knee drop brain buster. But he knew he countered, he got out, he kicked out of it once. So he knew he had to put the exclamation point on it. And kicked him in the head, kicked him so hard he busted him open. And referee was in perfect position to make sure that Al's hand wasn't underneath that rope. He would have called it if it was, but apparently it wasn't. And AJ Drake is still national champion.
He gave it, but it took almost everything he possibly had to keep it, though.
Yeah, but AJ Drake
bloodied. He's bloodied, battered, bruised, but the champ.
definition of half man, half drugs, ass the clubs. Bad boy, that's what's up. After bucks, crush crews after us. No games, we ain't laughing much. Nothing but big things. Check the hit list, how we twist shit. What changed but the name? We still here, you're rocking with the best. Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'ma cool off. Who else but me? And if you don't feel me, that means you can't touch me. It's ugly, trust me. Get it right, dog, we ain't never left. We just move in silence and rep to the death. It's official, I survived what I've been through. Y'all got drama, the saga continues. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life.
And a nightmare can hold me. What a stupid.
Yeah, I may have a little surprise for her, but I will address that at another time.
Wait for that one.
I got other priorities I'm taking care of as well. However, she will have to defend that belt at the last lap.
Good, fuck her.
And I will have somebody in mind for her to defend that belt against. But I think we got a thick boy in the house.
I do believe you are right.
Niles Riley is back, folks. This man might be one of the most resilient men on the face of the planet, because this man has not won a single match yet he still keeps taking these open contracts. But the person he's going up against tonight, I don't think he wanted to get an open contract with.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, brother.
I admire this kid's gumption, but I admire his intelligence. I question intelligence as well.
Yeah, remember when I said that I don't think Niles really wanted to take this? Well, he's taken it, and he's taken it against a man who has done everything in this business. A man who still has a very, very deep hatred for One Lightning. A man who has held just about every championship. I think every championship there is to hold in this company in Sherman Samson.
Center of the universe, man. It's been a while since I heard that. That's interesting for him. He was on a dark path for a while, but man, seems like we got the old Sherman back.
And not a moment too soon.
Yeah, Sherman Samson, a mainstay here in the CAW Champions League. Really turned things around since his former group disbanded.
Sometimes all it takes is a change of is a change of your surroundings, a change of the scenery to kind of make you realize what path you were going down.
Yeah.
Listen, this man, as you said, D-Wall, has done pretty much everything you can do here. CCL. This man is a certified Hall of Famer, and Niles Riley, good luck, my boy. You're gonna need it.
Yeah,
I'll give Niles credit. He's shown flashes of brilliance. He's shown that he has the skills. He's shown that anytime, any day, he could get that miracle 1, 2, 3. However, this is a man in Sherman Samson who wants to make one last history-making moment here in CCL, and he's got that coming up at the last lap against the great one TGO. So he's got that going on.
Yeah, to be perfectly blunt with you, Niles Riley, and at this moment in time, kind of strikes me as being like a guy who learned to ride a bike a month ago, entering the Tour de France.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll give Niles his credit. He's tough. I'll give Niles credit. He keeps coming back. Every time he has a defeat, he keeps coming back. And every time he's had a defeat, we've seen him come back and get closer and closer to a victory, get more and more offense in every match he's been in. But this is a man in Sherman Samson who is a former CCL world champion, former national champion, former hardcore champion. He's done everything there is to do in this company. That's a whole...
Is he champion?
I think so.
And
I have to get my stats people on that. I think he has. Either they'll tell me, or sorry, Brian. Either he'll tell me, or they'll tell me.
And Sherman Samson doesn't back down from anybody. I know that from personal experience. Me and him had words a couple years ago, and that's all we're gonna say.
Whoa, Niles ducking out of the way of that, and now, going for a back suplex. No, Sherman Samson. Big controls on a big drop kick, excuse me.
Yeah, a little bit of a corkscrew move there.
Wait a minute, but Niles with a German suplex.
Niles Riley has the size advantage. Sherman's a much smaller competitor, but Sherman uses that size to his advantage.
Now, float over a suplex, only gets a 1 count. And the other thing that Sherman has over Niles is experience. By a landslide. He's got more experience. Now, Sherman looking to fly. And he does so. Good God.
But the thing about it was he didn't quite get all of it, if you noticed that.
Yeah, he bounced off of Niles a little bit there, but he got enough of him to take him down, and that's all that matters, I guess. We've seen Sherman endure immense amounts of punishment in the past. Whoa! Hooks the legs, 2, and no.
Sherman Samson has been in there with some of the best in all of virtual wrestling and has been able to withstand, as you said, a lot of punishment.
Whoa.
Here's where the size advantage comes into play.
Big power bomb by Niles.
Amazing upper body strength there from Niles. Give him credit for that.
And again, Niles, this is where those flashes of brilliance come in. 1, 2, he's got a 2 count here, and he almost gets a 3.
Almost in a... let that sink in.
Yeah, he almost got a 3 over Sherman Samson.
Oh. You know, I've been watching some of Niles' matches lately. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be honest with you. Niles has a lot of potential. That's the thing about him.
Recover.
He's
1,
got a load
2, no.
He's got a load of potential. But there's an old saying they use in sports, and I don't want to make Niles seem like I'm hurting him. I'm not trying to. But you can't put food on your table with potential.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can't. You can't do it. And Niles has to understand that. Niles has to realize this is not a business of potential. This is a business of wins and losses. This is potential. You can have all of it that you want to, but if you're not getting the job done in the ring, then what good's potential going to get you? Oh, my goodness. He blocked that with his knee.
Use a science term. You got to turn that potential energy into kinetic energy, if you know what I'm saying.
It looks like he's trying to. He's trying to slow Sherman Samson down. And I think a lot of people probably thought this match would be over by now, considering the experience of Sherman. Oh, my God. Well, it might be over now.
Yeah.
It might be over now. I might have spoke. Oh, no. Niles had his feet under the rope. That's smart. Smart by Niles.
That's a rare misfire by Sampson. That close to the ropes and go for a cover.
Well, also at the same time, he had the wind knocked out of him a few times already. He had a knee to the face. He got the gut buster earlier. So Niles is putting the punishment on him. I'll give him credit. I think, again, like I said, a lot of people probably thought that this match would have been over by now, but Niles is putting on a good back. Yeah, Niles is putting on a good showing against Sherman, and that's to be commended. I'll give him credit for it. And I think Sherman even would give him credit that he's hanging in there with him this long.
I mean, you got to remember his first open challenge was against Armageddon, and you blink, missed.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, but his last couple of matches hung in very tough with very tough competition. So.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, he's been getting, as you mentioned, he's been getting in more offense.
There's a belly to belly. No.
You notice that he reversed that match.
The suplex.
He reversed the suplex with a knee to the head.
Yeah, and then he hit that belly-to-belly suplex and went right into a cover. He didn't waste any time. Again, I think what's going on here is Niles has been learning from every one of his losses, and he's gotten better and better with each loss, which, of course, obviously you get better with every loss. But at the same time, you got to talk about a guy who hasn't won a match at all yet. And he's trying everything he can with every strategy in the book, and now Sherman trying to fly, and Niles catching him.
Whoa! That explosive speed out of the blocks there from Niles.
Oh, but it didn't help him there. He hit nothing but the mat on that exchange, and now, nope. Sherman?
I think Niles went out of his comfort zone trying to go up the ropes, do something. Wait, 8-10-90?
No! He got the knees. And that's a rare thing with Sherman. Usually he hits that 8-10-90. Off the ropes, big spinning forearm. And now cover 1, 2, no.
Only a 2 count. And Sherman Samson, one of the things about Sherman Samson, and again, I know this from experience, from watching him for years, him going off on me at times, he's very hot-headed. He is very quick to anger. Things don't go his way, he will very quickly start getting frustrated, and I think you can see it setting in on his face right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think Sherman and maybe, Sherman isn't the kind of guy to underestimate his opponents, but at the same time, you got to think, when Niles took this match, he had to think a little bit in his mind that this match probably should have been over by now. Right, but Niles is staying in this as much as he possibly can, and now super kick into a lockdown German by Sherman. 2, and no, Niles kicks out.
No, Niles able to get out.
And Champ, you should know this. The one person who's probably back there hoping that this match keeps going is TGO.
Absolutely. He wants as much damage Samson humanly possible, so that way he can pick the bone of the
thick bomb. He got the thick bomb, and he's got his hook. He's got his body hooked, but only gets a 2 count.
Though had the leverage on him.
He had the leverage. He had the body support. He had everything but the 3 count.
But he got closer than I've seen him get thus far.
But he's got to stay on Sherman. There's that old Sherman right there. But, oh, no. And he got right back up. And now Monahan's down.
All right. Hashtag Monahan down. Chat.
And Monahan's back up now.
Hashtag Monahan up.
I like Monahan down. Yeah, that's personal preference. Big knee by Sherman.
AJ Monahan, one of the finest referees in the business.
This man has been in the CCL for the longest time, and he's still trucking.
Exactly.
Those old bones don't break. Trust me. With his wife at home, they can't. He honestly can't afford it. That woman can grow to like 14 feet tall or some shit. Like he can't do it. He's
right.
got. Look,
don't talk about his wife like that.
Look, it's a long story. I'll get into it later. Sherman now. Oh my God. Champ. A champ.
We got a bleeder.
And
we got a flying Sampson now. Diving over the top rope.
And now protect himself.
Yep. That's not good. And the fact that he's bleeding only makes it worse.
Exactly. That's not something a champion, any sort of competitor wants to deal with is blood loss.
And now, what's Sherman doing? Sherman, went for a whisper in the wind, but gets nothing but the mat. And now this could be Niles' chance.
And
wait a minute. Pile driver.
Now that's a move typically outlawed in professional wrestling. It is not outlawed here in the CCL, apparently.
Yeah, but you see Niles is bleeding. He can't capitalize as quick as he probably wanted to. And now he's going for another thick bomb. And he gets it.
And that thick boy.
Could
be. Pin him.
He's going for the end here.
He can't afford to wait this long, y'all.
Oh, no. And Sherman with the elbows to the cut. Now Sherman. Look at this. Stacks him up.
La Magistral. 1, 2.
No.
Almost a version of the Gato clutch that pinfall there.
Went for another German, and Sherman able to get out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, he hit it. Out of completely nowhere. Into the cover.
Just barely gets his arm over.
And he kicks out of it.
I think that momentary hesitation after he hit it, and he's like absolutely just dazed and confused. That gave Niles Riley enough time to kind of recover from it, to have the wherewithal to kick out.
Exactly.
But you got to think also that may have also just been instinct.
It may have been. You're right. And now, another shot to the face.
In the face.
And now, German suplex. 1, 2, no. How much more can Niles Riley take? How much more can Sherman take now at this point?
I don't know. This has just been an absolute barn burner of a match.
I think they heard what they were saying in that first match, and they said, "Okay, we'll top it. All right, we'll top it."
That's something that's still going to be in action. He's got to hope he's going to have as long of a match as this one in order to keep himself healthy for his match with Sherman.
Yeah, he's in the match coming up next. Went for a knee, and Sherman gets out of the way. And now Niles, and now going after the legs. Smart strategy.
Attacking that the inner part of that thigh, going after the hamstring.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If you've ever pulled a hammy, you know how painful that can be.
Exactly, and that's a smart move. It sucks that I forgot what that move was from Sherman. I know he's going to kill me for it.
Oh, grapevine.
Grapevine on the legs.
Indian Deathlock.
Yeah.
Now that's a classic move, the Indian Deathlock.
But Niles again, he just will not stop.
No, he was able to shake loose of it.
And now arm drag by Niles.
He almost arm dragged him out of the ring.
Yeah. And now is he going to finish it here? No, again, Sherman able to recover. And now Niles coming back. And now, he's got him again, and he drops him on his head.
Corkscrew DDT there.
And now, you know what he's going for here.
The Tres Amigos.
Absolutely.
Dos.
I remember it now. I think it was the Sound of Silence was that move.
Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And now you know what he's going for after those three amigos.
Here it comes.
He's calling for it. And Niles doesn't even know what's hitting him.
8, 10, 90.
He got it. One, two. Got him.
That's it.
But what a match.
And you cannot take anything away from Riley.
No, you can't. You can't take anything away from him. He showed more in this match than I think a lot of people thought he would. I think that people thought this match was going to go maybe 5 minutes, maybe 7 at max, but no.
I will go out on a limb. This is Niles Riley's best performance.
This is his best performance, period.
This kid showed up and he showed out. But in the end, here it comes. The Tres Amigos from Sampson after the Sound of Silence earlier. Once he hit the third one, it was all she wrote because then Sampson would go to the top rope.
And he knew it was over. He knew it was over. And that's a veteran for you. He knew it was over. He could take his time.
It's like, a baseball player when you know you've hit a home run.
Mm-hmm. 8, 10, 90. And Sherman Samson.
Wily veteran.
Exactly. But he's going to be fighting another wily veteran in TGO, who we're going to see after this commercial break at the last lap.
We'll be back.
What
after
these messages? Yes, Brian, you're right.
After these words from our sponsor.
Nice win here for Sherman Samson on Adrenaline. You want to talk about a big matchup? You got one right there. Cleopatra Spinks and Elizabeth Prees at the last lap.
And that's going to be an amazing contest. But I want to talk about words from Samus before the break, saying they're promising her, Zelda, be the last women's tag champion CCL. I don't know if you want to put that promise in that itself, but understandably, I can.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
One of the greatest men to ever step foot in this business.
TGO, a former world champion, former national champion here at CCL, just a certified virtual wrestling Hall of Famer, All-Stars Hall of Famer, but he is just the biggest track you will ever meet in your life.
and he won't apologize for it. He'll take every dirty trick in the book. He'll take every shortcut he can. He's made a career off of that. But these people, there's a mixed reaction for him because on one hand, yeah, he's a scumbag sometimes, and yeah, he takes any dirty trick to win. But on the other hand, this might be one of the last times you see TGO it will be one of the last times you see TGO in a ring that's marked CCL.
Absolutely. There's an old expression in this world, you got to give the devil his due. You don't have to like him, and God knows I don't. But you have to respect him.
You have to think, he was back there watching Sampson match with Niles Riley win, understand what he needs to do to be able to take down Sampson. They face off at the final lap, the last lap.
But now I got to decide. We got to figure out who management has chosen as his opponent tonight.
No.
Oh wow! Okay, we got ourselves a match here, folks.
Hey,
Andre Barnett, one of the fastest rising stars in this business. This is gonna be a real tough test for all. I mean, let's be real. So I know Andre. He's been a former tag team champion in DCA. He's been in ZCW, taking on the likes of AJ Styles in a hell of a match he had a few years ago with him. He's not, unlike Niles Riley, Andre Barnett has had some signature wins under his belt. And while he may not have had a major singles championship yet, he still has those signature victories under his belt. So for TGO, this is going to be a tough test for him here.
This is going to be a challenge.
More of a challenge than if it was Niles Riley. That's no disrespect to Niles, because hell, he gave Sherman everything he could in that match, and I will give him all the credit in the world for that. He gave him everything. But Andre Barnett, again, he has more wins under his belt. He's got more experience than Niles. And he can take TGO to the limit if this match goes the distance. Again, but with the same thing I said about the last match, though. With TGO, he's got more experience on Andre, so he can take advantage of any little mistake that Andre might make.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, there are times in this industry, in this business of professional wrestling, when experience can trump athleticism. Knowing how to breathe in the ring, knowing how to move and counter move, knowing what your opponent is going to do. Sometimes I would much rather have experience over athleticism any day of the week. All things being equal, I think it's the best thing you can have.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But also, you know what's a deadlier combination? Having experience and athleticism. Have on the roster. Here we go.
And TGO has both of those in spades.
Mm-hmm. Again, like you said before, TGO, he will take any dirty trick in the book, any shortcut he can, and Andre has to know that. He has to know when he's getting in the ring, who he's getting in the ring with, and what he's getting in the ring with. Oh, and there you go. There's that experience I told you about.
And also being the dirtiest player in CCL.
Or virtual wrestling, period. He made his name in DWF being a dirty player.
Absolutely, but being that dirty player led him to be the DWF World Champion, so obviously it worked out for him.
Multiple times, in fact, he is DWF
Absolutely. World
Champion.
He was probably the most decorated and most recognized world champion in WS team history.
Mm-hmm. And again, he's going to be taking on Sherman Samson at the last lap. You know, the next episode, we're going to find out who the Sisters of Smash are going to fight at the last lap for the tag titles. And we'll have more information on that on our Twitter, twitter.com/CW Champions LG. And now going for a suplex. No, Andre counters. And wow, nice float over.
Well done.
Yeah. Again, Andre has the momentum. He's got talent. It's not like he's a rookie. It's not like he's just now getting into this game. He's been in this for a number of years now. So TGO's not going to have an easy feat here. It's not going to be an easy walk in the park for him.
Absolutely not. But I think TGO understands that and recognizes that. He's going to use his craftiness and veteran instinct to be able to counter that.
And he's laying in the leather.
Laying in those right hands in the corner. And Andre, oh, well, no, never mind. I was going to say he can't defend himself, but he did. And now, hooking the arm there. And no, TGO shots to the body. Uppercut. Another one. Laying in those uppercuts. Up, no. And a big suplex. Into the cover. 1, 2. No.
Only a 2 count.
I will definitely say TGO is one of the stars in virtual wrestling that can throw a European uppercut with such ease and precision.
Drop kick. But this is the problem with TGO right here. He gets too busy with the grandstanding and the hot dogging, and that's what happens.
Exactly.
He's always had that issue in his career, and that's something that has hindered him at times. And now, oh, look at this. Knees to the midsection. And Andre Barnett is in control once again. On the apron now. Oh, went for the elbow, but doesn't connect.
Barnett has such an eccentric personality. Clearly is very skilled in a little bit of time that he's been in.
Mm-hmm. And that's why he's got his tag team partner Antoine Wright in DCA. They former tag team champions. So, you know, again, he's had signature wins. He's had signature victories. But TGO's had more.
And now TGO's got him up.
Neck breaker. Neck breaker.
Neck breaker. Ah!
And now, cover. 2. No.
And for people who are watching on the live chat who are going to like shit on me for saying his limited time in the ring, talking about Andre Barnett, understand I'm comparing it to how long TGO has been in wrestling. So welcome.
You're right. That's like comparing. No, that's like comparing Dwayne Wade's career to Michael Jordan's career, basically.
Yeah, TGO's been in this game a very, very, very long time. Very long time.
At least 15 years, at least.
So I mean, it's a fair thing to say that TGO has far more experience than Andre in this match. But that's not to say Andre can't get a quick pin like he might here. 2, and no.
Only a 2 count.
Hit him with the move known as the SOS and that big fed in Stanford.
Yeah, something like that. There's a technical term for it, but I can't pronounce it or say it. But
Jamaican me crazy.
Oh no, he dropped that gimmick. Anyway, speaking of no gimmick needed, there's TGO with these right hands here.
There's those European uppercuts that are so precise.
And now, look at this. What's he going for here? For a sunset flip? Sunset flip? No!
Oh!
He gets nothing but a right hand in the mouth. And now TGO going off the ropes, but no! Gets caught. 1, 2, and no!
That was a great counter there by Barnett on that move. There.
He got him on the run there. And now, went for a forearm, ducked it. Andre backed up from that uppercut. He didn't duck that right hand, though. And forearm, sending him into the corner, and TGO once again in control, but Andre sending him into the corner, went for an elbow. TGO got out of the way. Right hand. Oh, no. Andre went for a kick. And, caught him on the rebound. Nicely done.
The flippity flop.
Nicely done. And now, went for a moonsault, and TGO got the knees up.
Corkscrew moonsault was countered by the veteran.
But Andre, again, he keeps fighting out. And an enziguri to the back of the head.
Knocked the life out of him.
And now, double foot stomp.
That was a hell of a double foot
1,
stomp.
2, no.
Barnett definitely has a bit of a size advantage in terms of height. And using that length of his height to be able to get that double foot stomp was incredible.
And now, suplex maybe. He's got him hooked, but no. TGO with a knee to the head. Another uppercut. He can throw those with the best of them. He got another one.
Can.
And another one.
Another.
And he's going to keep throwing them until Andre doesn't stand up anymore. And a hot shot into the bottom rope, excuse me.
For those who don't understand, when it comes to those ring ropes, that is like almost like tape that's taped over.
Oh, he's going to do it again.
Wire, steel wire.
Yeah, that's right. That is foam rubber and tape over aircraft cables, and those things, they will cut you open like a knife.
And running those ropes, taking your back into those, it's hell. Hell.
Yeah. And that's what's given TGO a firm advantage in this match. But Andre Barnett is still fighting, still willing to keep going. Knee. And another one. And into a German. 2. No.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta bleed out.
We got a bleeder, we got a moonsault, we got a 2, and we don't have a 3.
And you know what's the crazy thing about this, guys? The previous match, TGO's opponent at the last lap, Sherman Samson, went through a hell of a match with Niles Riley, but TGO has now been busted open. So he's probably more damaged than Sherman Samson.
And I think that also goes to the fight of Andre Barnett. Because again, you got to think about it. Niles Riley doesn't have as much experience, as many big-time matches as Andre does. So I'm not surprised that TGO's bleeding. Oh, went for a kick, doesn't connect, and uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Going for vintage TGO.
Yep.
Oh, implant.
You knew he was going to get a receipt. You knew it was coming.
Might be looking for TGO owned.
Up, got him up. TKO. And I think TGO's just now realizing he's bleeding. Springboard elbow drop.
He's got that red mist, as they call it.
Mm-hmm. It's now, Andre going up to the top. Double foot stomp, no. TGO running in, no. Andre, Irish whip to the apron. Running in, kick by TGO.
Carmen Geary.
Now TGO, maybe not in his comfort zone going to the top rope, and that's why. Gets caught with a backbreaker.
TGO is not known to be a high flyer and show why he doesn't high fly.
No, not in the slightest. Now, oh, wait, no. Countered. Reverse DDT. Nicely done by TGO. But can he capitalize? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, up. He's going for this DDT again.
Well, another big implant DDT.
Vintage TGO.
And that's going to mess with his equilibrium. It's going to mess with his psyche, and it's definitely going to mess with that cut on the head of Andre Barnett.
Yeah, but this ain't helping. This is where TGO really.
Yeah, that's like I said, that grandstanding and hot dogging, it ain't going to help him win the match. TGO, no.
Nobody.
He went for TGO, but he may have been taking too much time worrying about the fans. Big knee to the face.
In the face.
2 and no. And I think TGO, I think he's been spending too much time worrying about what these people are saying and less time about Andre Barnett, and that's why this match has gone as long as it has, because normally you'd think TGO would have put him away by now. Forearm.
And you'll notice the blood starting to flow pretty readily on the face of TGO.
And Andre Barnett is the kind of person that will take full advantage of that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he going for it?
Bye-bye.
2 feet right in the face of the great one.
Face in the face.
I went for the elbow and doesn't connect. And TGO, snapmare, off the ropes. Went for a neck snap, doesn't get it. Now, going for swift death, no. Oh, TGO gets out of the way, no. Bump into each other. Kick by TGO. TGO running in, kick to the midsection, right hand. Irish whip. Off the ropes, big power slam. Now, wait, Andre. DDT. Now, no. Sweeps the legs. TGO going for something. He sweeps his legs.
Put him in a body bag.
And one of these two might end up there if this match keeps going the way it's going, because this has been a fight. Oh, and over the outside.
Cobra Kai reference if y'all get that.
I don't know if Champ does, but
Excuse me?
barrel roll.
Oh,
Do a barrel roll. You gotta remember, I'm old enough. I got to watch the first couple of Karate Kids. Fuck.
and look at the hand of TGO. His hands are stained with the blood of his opponent.
Yeah, Andre Barnett's blood all over the hands of TGO. Uh-oh, swift death. If he hits this, it's over. No, he got a knee into that cut. And TGO, no. Roll up.
Oh, a victory roll.
1, 2, no.
Imagine.
That was close. Uh-oh. And a Russian leg sweep. Or a great leg sweep. Whichever one you prefer.
Even douchebags with golden tights were Russian.
And get kicked in the mouth. Because
Right.
that's what happened. He got kicked in the mouth right there. And now TGO again, trying to fight back at least. Oh, went for that spinning elbow. TGO, right hand. Uh-oh. Is he going for it a third time? He's going for this DDT.
Joe.
He got the DDT.
By the way, in Japan, that's also called the Green Killer.
I know a woman with the name Dream Killer. Gotta visit her sometime. Anyway, TG owned? No. Andre, spinning elbow. And TGO wise to roll out of the ring to avoid a pinfall. That's that veteran instinct. Uh-oh. And now, oh, he still got the moonsault. He is trying to protect himself at all times, but he ran right into that moonsault. But TGO again fighting out of it. Went for something. Andre running in. There's a spinning elbow again. 1, 2, no. That was close. Andre keeps getting closer and closer. Uh-oh. Half Nelson. No, TGO rolls out of it. And it's TGO'd.
There it is.
That's got to be it. 1,
2. He got him.
it's done.
Takes one TGO and it's over.
Andre didn't even see it coming. Like, he literally didn't see it coming.
Yo spilled a lot of blood in this matchup, but was still able to put away Andre Barnett. But man, I'm pretty sure he's going to be thinking about the fact that it took that long to put away this young man. He's got to put in Herculean effort to go after Heath, a former CCL World Champion, Sampson.
Exactly. But yeah, Andre Barnett gave it everything he had. Another impressive showing by one of the standouts in virtual wrestling. Andre Barnett really took TGO to the limit here tonight.
Absolutely. Andre Barnett, he can hang his hat on the fact that he took a former multiple-time WWF World Champion to his absolute limit. And it just took him being able to hit his finisher out of nowhere, like right here, in order to get him.
And give all the credit in the world to Andre Barnett. He gave TGO all he wanted.
He gave probably more than he thought he would get, but at the end of the day, TGO with the win. But coming up next, folks, after the break, our main event, Juliet Starling, Carmen Cortez. Y'all better get ready for it. It's coming up right after this on Adrenaline.
Lace them up tight. It's going to be good.
Look at that.
Can you believe it? John Blackos has won the Call All-Stars Championship.
Unreal. What a conclusion here to Call All-Stars 13.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's Louis Rivers. Oh my God. He's attacking John Blackos.
You're getting better all the time, and turning all against the one isn't all just hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt, and as you get back in line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, he never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you.
Now dance, fucker, dance, you never had a chance, and no one even knew it was really only you. So dance, fucker, dance, I never had a chance, it was really only you.
With a thousand lies and a gun disguise, hit him right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see him running, fight their lies and a gun disguise, hit him right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes. When you walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in your eyes, see him running for their lives.
Bad bitches.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are no fat beaches on this show, because coming up next is our main event.
Tell you this very, very huge implications, because if Juliet Starling can get a pinfall victory over Carmen Cortez, you have to think she gets a shot at the CCL Women's Championship at the last lap, possibly become the final CCL Women's.
Gotta figure like a pin and gotta figure like a doll. Don't care if you think I'm dumb, I don't care at all. Candy best, sweetie pie, wanna be adored. I'm the girl you die for. I'll chew you up and I'll spit you out, 'cause that's what young love is all about. So pull me closer and kiss me hard. I'm gonna pop your bubblegum hard. Oh, this sugar baby, lick a lips. Hit me with your sweet love, steal me with a kiss. Oh, this sugar baby, lick a lips. I'm gonna be your bubblegum bitch. I'm gonna be your bubblegum bitch.
Here we go.
It's the lollipop chainsaw herself.
And
Listen.
go ahead, Chan.
I was about to say, listen, everybody knows how much I stand for Juliet Starling's first debut in the CCL way back when, and I always said she had every intangible needed to be a women's champion federation. Did that, then held that championship for a very long time. If anybody I'm rooting for to be the last person to hold the CCL Women's Championship, most just women's championship in virtual wrestling, it would be this young lady.
Is that? I don't doubt that at all for a moment, but I will get to why this is a very important match for Juliet in just a moment, as we are about to meet her opponent. Here she comes.
She comes.
Fresh off of defending that women's championship at Proving Ground 8 against Morgan Raincroft in a hell of a match.
A woman that at one time I greatly admired. A woman at one time I defended. A woman at one time I considered to be one of the greatest female athletes in the entire world.
And you know the thing about that, Brian?
Yeah.
She still is one of the best female athletes in the world, because if she wasn't, she wouldn't be holding that belt.
I was gonna say, I'm like, so the fact that she's able to go head up with Morgan Raincroft, one of the most powerful women in all of virtual wrestling, and still hold on to that championship, a lot of volume. As we said about AJ Drake, you may not like his tactics or his tactics. You may not like Carmen's tactics, but respect the fact that this woman for 5 years has built herself up to one of the greatest women, not just women performers, but greatest performers in all of her. And now she holds the richest prize of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
do the gimmick, do the gimmick, do the gimmick.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of CCL Adrenaline, episode 127. It is Juliet Starling, the cheerleader with a chainsaw, taking on the CCL Women's Champion, the Black Plague Rose, Carmen Cortez. And it is a non-title match, but if Juliet manages to pin Carmen in this match, she most likely will get a shot at the CCL Women's title.
Yeah, one of the most recognizable and decorated CCL Women's champions in the history of this company. Imagine her being the last person to hold that championship when the last lap ends. That was absolutely incredible. And you also have to think about the fact, what if Carmen Cortez finishes the company as its champion? Dark cloud that can hang legacy.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't say it's a dark cloud, and I'll tell you why.
I'm listening.
Eddie Mack loved Carmen.
Did.
From the very first time he laid eyes on Carmen, from the very first promo she cut in DCA, even. He saw something in Carmen. So he saw that special, that little niche, if you will, about her. And whether you like her or you don't like her, whether you like what she does in the ring or outside of the ring or whatever, I think deep down, whether you love her or hate her, deep down, Carmen likes having that belt because she knows that the guy that, you know, put his flag in the ground for her when nobody else would, she's representing that.
Yeah, and that's a great point you make, D-Wall.
Only one count.
That's a great point you make, D-Wall, when Carmen and Eddie, another person earlier on, has words about her match with Elizabeth Frieza coming up at the last lap, talking about Cleopatra Spinks. She is also someone who Eddie believed in so much to bring her in. She was a bombshell champion, and she made her claim one of the top women in women's division TCL, and says representing his honor when it comes to the matchup coming up at last lap, which I can respect a lot. I may not like her tactics, antics, or the fact that her husband also has those tactics, but I can respect the fact that Christ,
that is a net breaker on the concrete floor.
That has to suck, but I like the fact that she wants to represent and honor the memory of Eddie with her match.
Exactly. I mean, give her credit for that, wanting to honor the memory of the man who started all this.
Cover. I mean, Brian, let me play devil's advocate here. I get what you're meaning too, because you did advocate for Carmen. You did advocate for her success and her career and everything she's done. And more often than not, she's made decisions that you and other people don't necessarily like or agree with, and don't think that it's best for her life and her career. And I understand that 100%. So I get your side of it as well. So this isn't us throwing you under the bus or anything. This is us trying to play devil's advocate in the fact that, yes, she does probably deep down, even though she won't say it out loud, probably wants to represent CCL in the last lap for Eddie. But at the same time, you can see where people are frustrated with the decisions that she's made. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but Juliet is trying to show that she deserves to be the last woman recognized as CCL Women's World Champion.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to think Juliet, the good thing about this is she doesn't seem too rattled, because if you saw Proving Ground 8, something happened on that show that I don't think Juliet really wants to talk about right now. And she hasn't talked about it at all. I've talked to people that have tried to talk to her about it, and she has not said a word about what went down at Proving Ground in the end of that Wildcats title match, where a certain somebody that Juliet knows better than anybody finally showed up, but not in the way that she probably would have wanted her to. And that's all I'll say.
She
The headbutt there, 1, 2, no. So, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go back and watch it. But Juliet, I'm glad that she's keeping her focus on Carmen right now and not on her, because this match would have already been over if that was the case. She's got to understand how important this match is. If she wins and pins Carmen, which is something nobody has done in over a year now, by the way, then she gets a title shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, Juliet has to keep her eyes on the prize, which is pinning Carmen Cortez, secure herself as the #1 for that championship, to try to be the last to hold that championship, being that, and I'm pretty sure people will correct me for this, Juliet Starling currently holds the record for the longest reign as CCL Women's Champion, I would have to think.
I believe so. Again, we'll have to get our stats people on that, but I'm almost certain of it. But, she wants to go, because right now, there is no challenger for Carmen right now. Morgan got put down by Carmen at Proving Ground, so she's got no challenger right now. So Juliet could swoop right in, win this match, and get a title shot.
Absolutely.
I mean, hell, even if she puts on a good showing here, she could get a title shot. And you never know. We've seen that before, where, they necessarily...
Yeah, but here's the thing, D-Wall. You can put on great performance, but if you lose, how convincing is that for matchmakers to say, okay, yeah, you deserve a shot at the championship if you just put on a great performance, air quotes. No, if she wants to solidify, if she wants to solidify herself as the #1 contender, she needs to outright the champion. That's how it's done in New Japan. The champion, get a shot.
2, no.
And then the champion, get a shot, period. Dude, she can't just go out there and just put up a good effort. No, beat Carmen, get a shot.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to prove how good you are, and you do that in this organization, you do that in this industry by winning, by going out there and getting the W.
Trust me, there were plenty of times in my career that I had to get over champions, get championship opportunities. I walked away from this business being a 2-time world champion, a 2-time tag champion, intercontinental champion, all because I had to earn those opportunities. I wasn't just given those opportunities because I did a good job. No, I went out there and pinned those sons of bitches.
And that's, wow,
Oh!
Juliet did not protect herself at all times there, and that may have given Carmen the opening to get back in this thing.
Yeah, it's a tough competitor, tough cookie. She'll find a way to get out of this. She'll find a way to bounce back. What a cross body. Oh my God.
And there's the rough and tumble of Carmen. She's not fancy in the ring. She will get down and dirty and brawl with you if she wants to. As you see right here, just wailing on Juliet.
Beat the daylights out of her.
The leg is hooked and only a 2. Again, Juliet's got to stay focused here. She can't allow distractions in her own mind to get in the way because Carmen will take advantage of that. Carmen is a master of mind games.
Oh, look what Carmen's got in mind here.
Oh!
The world famous El Generico Memorial DDT to the concrete floor.
Beautiful move.
This crowd here in the Prudential Center here in Jersey, loving this one. Great to be back in Jersey by that outfit.
Yeah, it's always good to be back in a state where I can't pump my own gas.
Listen, if it's too hot or too cold outside, I don't mind someone else pumping my gas. I'm just going to keep.
I'm just kidding. We love you, New Jersey.
Went for that moonsault, but nobody home.
Yeah, that's the dangers of doing a moonsault is your back into your opponent. You can't see if they're going to move or adjust or like that, so you're just going off of blind faith.
Oh, went for the double stomp, and Carmen got out of the way. And now Carmen rolling her up with a jackknife pin. 2, and no. And then gave her a knee. Into another cover, and again, only a 2 count.
Juliet is tough. Like, I don't think people understand how tough Juliet Starling is. Again, this is why I said she's going to be a women's champion deal because of how tough she is. What a
flatliner. 1, 2, no.
Like, Juliet Starling is tough. She has all the intangibles. And I really believe if she could beat Carmen tonight, she will be the last women's champion.
It's hard to argue with that.
I mean, for Christ's sake, the woman was holding the women's world championship and was a women's tag champion. Like, come on. Bow.
And now the DCA special. Got that Boston Crab locked in tight. And Carmen's right near the ropes, but she can't reach for it.
Yeah, I mean, right there, like, literally reach out, but I don't think that her arms are long enough to get to the rope. Able to make the break and get out of this. She's going to have to, like, trip her ankle off like what Niles Riley did early on with Sampson. But there it is.
Yeah, see? But
you'll notice that she's holding her head a little bit. She does not look like she's starting to feel some pain.
Well, I mean, and you also got to think she's only days removed from that war with Morgan Raincroft, and that does not heal overnight.
Yeah, she can't possibly be 100%.
Oh my goodness!
I just want to point out the nice judo throw that Carmen did out there. There she that knee right there. That was incredible.
She dropped her with that knee, and that is the opening that she needed. And now, oh my goodness, look at this strength.
What the power!
She's always had it, and she showed it there. Juliet's coming back again. She will not give up in this match, and she can't afford. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Chainsaw Dash, no!
We saw this. We saw the same reversal in our open contest for the National Championship. Clearly, Carmen Cortez was paying attention because same reversal to that attempt of a.
But can Carmen capitalize, though? That's the question.
See?
Nope. Juliet up top. Big moonsault.
She nailed that one.
2. No. Arm in the corner. Carmen running in. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
Where's Clash? 1, 2. No.
Wow.
Looks like she still got her on her mind after all. Belly to belly. 1, 2, 3. No.
This is the fight that I expected from a former CCL Women's Champion, CCL Women's Tag Champion. This is what I expected. This is what I'm getting. I'm happy.
German suplex with a bridge. No.
Because everybody loves a bridge.
Oh, I love Brian.
And now Juliet going up to the top rope. This could be the
Sparkling elbow.
Could be
Sparkling
sparkling elbow.
Oh, well, she went for it, but there weren't nobody home.
Carmen was able to scout it. Now Carmen from behind, axe handle to the back of the head.
I will rule you.
Oh no, sunset flip. 1, 2. No.
Oh, no.
Across the air, a little bit of a shades to a Hall of Famer now in charge of creative for that Big Fat in Stanford. That one.
And now Juliet again just hammering away on Carmen, and she's got to do that if she's going to keep any offense. Oh, no, got nothing but the turnbuckle pad there. Irish whip, went for something. Kick to the midsection. Juliet went for something, and oh my God.
Sky high into a gut buster.
And that went for a splash, but Carmen gets nothing but the mat. Swanton missed by Juliet. Carmen trying to reach in. Juliet, no, pushed away. Knee. Into a half and half. Nicely done.
Beautiful right there.
That was gorgeous.
Again, you may not like Carmen's attitude and the way she goes about her business, but she's a damn good wrestler. Uh-oh. Suplex? No. Shot blocked by Juliet.
Well, that was smart by Juliet.
Yeah, take away that leg, take away the power, take away the red asphalt. And that punt kick. And Juliet knows this. And now, oh, look at this Boston Crab.
Boston Crab, one of the most elementary moves in all of wrestling, but it's still so effective.
Shades of one of the greats here in CCL, Gregory Black, when he used to use that Boston Crab.
Absolutely.
Eventually turned that into the lion tamer known as Boston Strong. And Juliet's got that right in the middle of the ring. Carmen can't move no matter how much she's struggling. And you got to wonder how much longer she can hold on in this. She's been in this thing for a few seconds now, almost a minute here.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing about the crazy thing about the Boston Crab is that that's a move that is taught to a lot of young wrestlers. Pan Dojo system known as the Young Lions. That's an elementary move that they learn to try to get a submission on wrestling. But it's so effective because it goes after the legs and the back, continues on that left leg.
And again, you take out that leg, you take out Carmen's primary finishing maneuver, that running boot, that running Yakuza kick she calls red asphalt, and then that punt kick she's used to take out so many of her opponents in the last year. And Juliet knows that all too well, and especially with her dealings with Devataki, who also uses that punt kick. So Juliet's being smart here, but she got caught with a gut buster again.
I like how she used that Indian death lock on that leg to really bring more that leg. That's absolutely smart.
Oh, that looked familiar. 2, no.
Only got 2 though. Oh my.
That was shades of a former CCL Women's Champion that Juliet's had more than enough issues with. That, to be honest, is one of the reasons the whole thing at Proving Ground happened in the first place. But again, she hasn't said anything about that. And luckily, she's keeping her focus on Carmen, at least for the moment. Carmen now, shots to the back and spinning her around.
What a move there.
2, no. That was perfectly executed by Carmen, but it still didn't get the 3 count. Now what's Carmen doing? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Get shit on.
Okay, that might be it there, folks. That's the, yeah, you know what? You're right. That is it. And then a facial for good measure. Just because she's petty like that.
She might be a few inches shorter right now.
Maybe, yeah, you're probably right, but she is somehow still trying to stand up.
We all know Carmen likes the good facial.
And Juliet just slapped her in the face and told her to keep bringing it. She is not going to give up right now. Her neck might be compressed in all the wrong places, but she is still fighting. And that's the heart the champ was talking about earlier.
Absolutely. Juliet.
Oh, there's the bicycle kick.
Oh, she got her here.
Referee Monahan in position. 1, 2, and 3. No. No. It's still a 2. And Juliet has to be thinking at this point, what do I have to do? How much more can my body hold out long enough to get the win here? Because that's another question we got to ask here.
Oh, Carmen.
Oh, no. Is she going to fly? She's going to fly over the ropes.
Carmen fired up. I have not seen this much emotion from Carmen last, I don't know how long. She's always been such just
stoic
and emotionless person. Holy crap, she's showing a lot of emotion here.
She keeps her feelings very close to the vest, especially after the fact that she got fucking kidnapped at Proving Ground, but you know. Oh God! Diving!
Oh my God!
Diving DDT, that's it.
Lord have mercy,
It's
God.
not over. How in the hell did she kick out of that?
My God, I don't know how she kicked out of that. Holy crap.
And she's still fighting. There's a sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. No.
3, damn it, 3.
That was almost 3. There's a drop kick to the back.
You can't get any closer.
Oh, no, you can't, Brian. Oh, there's a moonsault. Juliet off the ropes. Went for a kick and again gets that gut buster. She's been working on those ribs the whole match. And now, oh, look, that is a smart move. Went right for the abdominal stretch.
Smart move there.
But Juliet is still fighting. But so is Carmen. Facebuster. 2. And again, Juliet won't stay down. You gotta wonder how much more can these two women take, especially Juliet.
Look at that. She's getting thrown into the corners, and her ribs are getting absolutely rocked.
Oh,
now,
no, speaking of the ribs.
Yep, absolutely. Not only the ribs, but also the legs as well. This is really brilliant by the CCL Women's Champion.
She had Juliet chained up there, but she was able to get out of it, but right into another gut buster. Oh, and look at this.
Oh, poor ring position there by the champ.
Oh, yeah, I don't think she realized how close she was to that bottom rope there. She went right into that sharpshooter. I don't think she really saw the ring positioning immediately. And now, elbow. Oh, that spun her all the way around. Juliet drop kick. In the corner. Off the ropes, Juliet. No, Carmen blocked it. Went out of the way of that bicycle kick. Half and half, and she got it.
Oh.
That is a devastating maneuver. Went for the Carm shot, but Carmen gets a right hand instead. And again, Juliet showing her heart and resiliency in this match. Top rope. Carmen off the ropes. Big drop. Went for a crossbody, excuse me. And Juliet swatted her out of the air. Juliet went for a heel kick, and Carmen swatted her out of the air. Moonsault, no. Juliet now. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Going for a powerbomb? No. Carmen with a sunset flip. Get down there, Monahan. 1, 2. No.
I gotta say, Carmen has a gripe there. Monahan's fit to get down there. Oh my God!
Good Lord. Moonsault. Got her with the knees. Didn't get all of it, though. Going for another one. Oh, this time Juliet scouted it. I think that first one, if she had connected it all the way and not just with her knees, she would have had it. Uh-oh. Wait, no. Again gets scouted. Carmen is on her game right now. 1, 2. No. Uh-oh. Is she going for this again? Yes, she is. Connects this time.
And this time she covers her. That's the legs.
Got both legs hooked at 3. No!
Wow.
At this point, this is Carmen's match to lose.
It is. She is in the driver's seat right now.
But she's got to maintain it, though. We've seen a lot. We've seen in the history of the business, you get a lot of momentum, but then all of a sudden, one mistake, and it all goes out the window. Carmen should know that better than anybody else. And now Juliet, oh, she caught her. Stun gun on the ropes. Juliet now, drop kick, no. Oh, what's coming? Oh, look at this, double arm DDT. Monahan, what you doing, Monahan?
Past bedtime.
She's got a gripe there. That was at least a 3.
It's past Monahan's bedtime. That's why he's off.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what his wife's feeding him, but. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Tornado DDT.
Tornado DDT.
Spiked her right on the top of her head, Brian. And there's the bicycle kick.
She needs to hit that sparkling elbow. She's got to finish this.
Oh, she's got her in sight now, though. Can she get it? Sparkling elbow, no! Oh. She had it, and Carmen scouted it. Carmen now, oh, no, went for a shot. Sends her into the corner. Right hand. Oh, no.
You know what this is?
It's the most overused move in virtual wrestling. We saw it earlier today. Superplex
to the concrete floor.
And that might be the opening.
That's crazy.
It is, but it might be the opening. Juliet needs to finish this thing. Uh-oh. German on the floor. Juliet has got to put Carmen away and do it right now. She cannot waste time. Knee. Clothesline, no. Juliet, no. Carmen blocked. Carmen blocks again. Another German. She also can't stay on this floor for too long because this is Carmen's wheelhouse on the outside. Springboard, no.
Count got to almost 7 there. They would have got to 10. We would have had a double count out.
And that would have not helped anybody. Uh-oh. And now, off the ropes. Nope. Gary by Carmen. Carmen off the ropes. No! Juliet again able to scout her. Kicked away. I don't know if Carmen expected this much fight from Juliet, but she's getting it. Then again, if she wasn't expecting it, then she clearly may not have been paying that much attention. Oh! Went for a forearm off the apron. Carmen again. Oh, wait. Snapmare. No. Missed the kick, no. Missed that. Clothesline, no. Running in, doesn't connect. Carmen's continuing to block. Chop. Went for a slap, no. The count's still going. These two need to be careful.
Need to get back in the ring.
Yeah, at some point. Monahan being very lenient with the count, it seems. I don't think he wants this match to end in a double count out either. Now, oh, Juliet got caught. She got caught and slammed to the floor. To the mat. And again, we had a night of great matches here.
Absolutely. Great night. It's been almost like a mega event.
I know, exactly.
And remember, next episode, we're going to find out the #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles as Juliet with her elbow.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that this is fast. Most notably, Samus and Rand making that promise that they're going to be the final CCL Women's Tag Champions. That's a lot of pressure and a lot to put on your shoulder. Be like, hey, no matter who is going to be the #1 contenders, we're winning that. But I understand the confidence that they have because they are the champions. Like, no, we are going to be that. But you don't want to promise like that. Otherwise, if it's a promise unfulfilled when this federation ends, you're going to hold that over your head for the rest of your life. You really want to have that?
Also, you know how pretentious Samus is. If she wants to gloat about being the final champion, you know she's gonna do it. You know her history.
Yes.
You know how she's been. Elbow, no. But yeah, go ahead. What were you saying, Champ?
No, I was saying that's very true. I mean, remember when I debuted as a commentator for CCL, she was the women's champions. I understand what she's talking, where she, but I just question that.
Well, maybe that'll bite him on the backside at the last lap. Who knows? Oh, Enziguri by Carmen.
Brian, are you seeing this action? This is absolutely crazy, and this is a non-title.
I know it's a non-title match, but guys, they're acting like this could be the be-all, end-all.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and now, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Is she going for a swing? Yes, she is.
Gentlemen, it is time to play Wheel of Starling.
And I don't I don't think Juliet. I don't think Carmen loved the prize that she got at the end of that.
Yeah, she hit bankrupt, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she had those 2 wild cards and then got bankrupt, and then she got all sad.
Exactly.
Sad days, sad days. That's it. What the fuck is Carmen? What is Carmen?
Oh my God!
Oof.
Got nothing but the concrete floor, and that could be the opening Juliet needs.
Jumped in the pool and there was no water there.
Exactly.
Chainsaw dash! This could be it.
Uh-oh, sparkling. Uh-oh.
If she hits the sparkling elbow, it's over. If she hits it, it's over. She's going for it. No!
Oh!
She had it. Carmen, jackknife cover. 1, 2, 3. No!
Oh.
She's up.
Oh shit. Said nope. The athleticism of Juliet Starling with the common gear. Oh,
there's the. Oh my God!
get shit on.
She's got it locked in here. This. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
What the hell?
Hey.
What? The lights went out. I don't know what the
hell was that?
Jesus!
God.
And Red Ants fall.
There it is.
What in the hell was that?
I don't even think Carmen knows what just happened. But she took advantage anyway and got the pin. What the hell was that?
I have no idea.
She had the match won. She had the match won.
He was about to hit that sparkling elbow, was Juliet Starling. Instead, she ends up getting distracted by lights going out. She got kicked. She got kneed in the face. She got kicked in the head, and she loses. That's a.
And like I said, I don't even think Carmen knew what was going on. She got kicked in the mouth, and she was out. She was out.
Juliet. I mean, she fought her heart out.
She did. But she very much did.
Whatever that was, lights going out, it actually cost her. Here it is right here. Boom. Right face knee, and then boom. Bro.
I don't know what that was. I really don't. As much as we could blame Carmen for it, I don't even think she knows. She just took advantage of the situation and got the pin. I mean, I can't blame her for that. Anybody would do that. Anybody would have done that.
CCL Women's Champion remains the victor here. Now we don't know who can challenge her for that championship. The fact that she just played the longest reigning women's champion in CCL history.
Yeah, I mean,
who can challenge her?
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure
who is left.
I'm pretty sure. Oh my!
Wait.
Well, asking you shall receive.
Oh my God, that's Meredith. That is Meredith, and she is staring a hole at Carmen.
Imagine Meredith, the last women's champion. Can we get that, please?
This is some interesting stuff right here, folks. But we're running out of time. We got to pick this situation up sometime soon. We'll see y'all later.
Holla.
Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, sir. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, thank you for watching CCL Adrenaline. We really appreciate your support. We got 2 videos for you, one picked by us and one picked by the algorithm. We are so close to the last lap. We'll see you for the next CCL show and champ. Go ahead and tell them.
Holla!